a couple of statements made by Maggie Gallagher that I think are worth emphasizing and discussing for a few moments. So the first of these statements is on page 122 in the first column, a little bit past halfway down. And just bear with me while I read this statement for a moment. Above all, normal marriage is normative. The society defines for its young what the relationship is and what purposes it serves. Successful societies do this not only because children need fathers, but also because societies need babies. It is a truism frequently forgotten by large complex societies that only societies that reproduce survive. Okay, so I think she's saying a lot of interesting things here. First, she says normal marriage is normative. Normative is just another word for prescriptive, okay? What ought to be the case. So I think what Maggie Gallagher is saying here is that whatever we deem as normal marriage in our society will set the standard for other members of society. Okay, so that is to say, if we say that normal marriage can be between a man and a man, or a woman and a woman, between same-sex couples, then we are setting a normative or prescriptive standard. And we are saying you ought to aim for this, the relationship view. Okay? But by doing that, we are de-emphasizing reproduction. So that is to say that normal marriage is normative in the sense that by deeming same-sex marriage as normal, we are sending a message to society that reproduction is not important, that male-female relationships in particular are not essential to our society. That would be the message we are sending to society by accepting the same-sex marriage and the relationship view. And according to Gallagher, that is a dangerous message to send because it is false. Our society does need male-female relationships, and our society does need male-female relationships that result in children. Moreover, as she cites some social science research, it seems that children do best with their own biological mothers and fathers. So not only does society need male-female relationships, and not only do we need male-female relationships to have children and babies and to reproduce, but children need mothers and fathers in particular in order to thrive during their lives. Okay? Let me read another statement quickly from Maggie Gallagher that gets at the same idea. This is still on page 122, but now we are in the second column, and it's the first full paragraph. And again, she says, this is an important point, normal marriage is normative. Marriage does not merely reflect individual desire, it shapes and channels it. Marriage as a social institution communicates that a certain kind of sexual union is, in fact, our shared ideal. One where a man and a woman join not only their bodies, but their hearts and their bank accounts in a context where children are welcome. Okay? I find this very interesting, and I think that this is really the point she's trying to get at. Marriage does not merely reflect individual desire, it shapes and channels it. Okay? So again, depending on which view of the purpose of marriage we accept, that is essentially channeling the desires of other members and future members of our society. Okay? If we accept the relationship view, we are setting an example. We are setting a standard as to what is acceptable and what is fundamentally important. And the same would be true if we accept the reproduction view. It's just that, according to Gallagher, reproduction is, in fact, it's a fact, a necessary condition of a surviving and thriving society and surviving and thriving children. We need reproduction, we need male-female relationships, and children need mothers and fathers in particular. And I think this is what she means when she's saying normal marriage is normative.